quick enough for kind of come back to summer now. You won't know yourself. I'm sure you won't.
Yeah, it is really, to be honest, yeah. And those of you bringing the gifts, the grandchildren who are bringing the gifts, so you all know they're just down on the table, down the lower table, far below actually there. Is that okay? Okay, and just bring them, you bring them forward here, you can just place them on Granddad's coffin. Is that alright?
Once you've taken on the coffin, just come around and say a couple of words, those of you that are saying something, and then that takes us. Parade. Parade is nice.
Change the tempo a little bit as we start our service this morning. Is that okay?
that, of course, was Stranger on the Shore by Akerbilk. You okay?
Can you all hear us, Mike?
You can? Yeah, okay, perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Tighe family, I would like to welcome you all and thank you for being with us today to celebrate the life of Mike Tighe, and a special welcome to those of you joining us online via live. My name is Laura Gilsonan. I'm a civil celebrant, and it's my privilege to lead this ceremony of this celebration of Mike's life for you today, which has been planned with much love and care by Maria, Michael, Joe, Martin and Ella, together with their families. The death of a loved one, though heartbreaking, gives us occasion to reflect on them and to celebrate the important aspects of their life. And Mike had a long and full life, a hard-working man, devoted to his family. He was an avid reader, keeping himself informed of what was going on in the world around him. He had a particular interest in sport and probably would have been enjoying Wimbledon at the moment if he had been afforded a little bit more time. You'll be hearing a lot more about Mike as we go through the ceremony. So first, I'd like to invite his daughter Maria to give her tribute to her dad.
Good morning, everyone. It's really wonderful to see so many people here for Dad. Our father, Michael Tighe, was born in Trim Maternity Hospital in 1943. The second son of Ellen and Tony Tighe, younger brother of Mary and older brother to Anthony, Eileen and Martin. Mike, Mick, Mikey, Michael, depending on the context. He knew exactly who he was, where he was, and what he could, might have become in this life. He was raised in Manalvi and worked on the farm, often missing school to do so. He left school at 16, went to London and marvelled at the sights. He valued education, loved reading, followed the news and loved a good political debate. He was the hardest of workers as postman, lorry driver, Tara miner. His passion undoubtedly was sport, from football, racing, golf, tennis, all the highlights and joys of the remote control at his fingertips. He was a Meath man with deep ancestral roots in the townlands and hinterlands of Inver and Belmullet, Mayo. He loved comedy and shared this with Ella especially, quirky humour, gestures and big laughs. He loved music. Nana Muscuri always hit the tears button, and hearing Akerbilk play Stranger on the Shore live in the 60s was a life highlight. He was very proud of his nephew Sean and niece Angela's magic number success, as he called them, an international rock band, requesting their tunes from Alexa live from his armchair position in Avondale. A handsome man, humorist, quick-witted and a poet, in 1960s Hammersmith Palais in London, he wooed our mother, Mary, from the Irish dance hall to the Chiswick Isle. Sadly, they had a tragic start, losing their firstborn infant son Anthony on his birthday. Always remembered, June 29th. They returned to Ireland in 72 with Maria, myself, aged 3, and Michael, a toddler, Joe on the way. Martin and Ella followed. Dad chose the Avondale house for the view of the River Boyne. He and we were blessed with the best neighbour friends for 52 years. Frida and Jerry, all the Mullins who laughed and cried with us over the years, and all the others shared all the settling in and letting go stories then as now. Dad was not a religious man, quite the opposite. He held atheist beliefs and shared them widely. People here will know him as a family man, pub philosopher and witty friend. He was a great provider for 50 years, retiring when his lungs and his heart packed in. In 2015 he had several near-fatal heart attacks and told us there was nothing to be scared of on the other side. He earned the name Lazarus back then. We think it suits him fine. He was also known as Iron Mike for the way he would gather his strength and show the greatest fortitude and stubbornness. Whether to get up and in for work, or to pack up and pick up his broken body and walk again and again, especially when the alternative was too unbearable to contemplate. He knew his foibles, laughed at himself and carried on regardless. He would die a stone's throw from where he was born, a fact he mused on in advance, just like Godot, he was waiting. There is a poem he recited while in hospital in the past few weeks, which included the line, "I am monarch of all I survey." Like William Cowper, he could see, like Blake, a whole world in a grain of sand. Dad knew it was slipping through his fingers, yet stayed ever steady and present. No matter how small the lens or painful the view, he liked to observe and hold the line. The tributes coming in are testament to the complex, alive man he was, in all his more than human colours. Our mother Mary is not here today, passing before him last year, and my brother Michael reminded me, our mum loved him, cared for him, and kept him alive, as he would say himself. To finish so, we remember the Murphys and our mum, and share a few words from Uncle Colin, his brother-in-law, in Adelaide. On behalf of Mum too, we thank you all. He was shy. He was outrageous. He entertained the multitudes with his clever discussions, had lots of opinions on lots of subjects. He holds a high status in our hearts.
One of his favourite pieces of music was Sinead O'Connor's rendition of Raglan Road, so we're going to listen to that now.
I saw her first and knew that her dark hair would weave a snare, that I might one day move. I saw the danger, yet I walked along the enchanted way, and I said, let grief be a fallen leaf. Dawning of the day, on Grafton Street in November, we tripped lightly along the ledge of the deep ravine where can sing the worth of passion's pledge. The queen of hearts still making tarts, and I'm not making hay. Oh, I loved too much by such is happiness blown away. I gave her gifts of the mind. I gave her the secret sign that's known to the artists who have known the truth. Gods of sound and
on Harriet, Tiernan, Michael, Ella, Martin and Joe to collect some symbols and tell you about why they have chosen them as a reflection of Mike's life. Michael is first with a flat-out racing book to symbolise Mike's love of all sports, endeavour and reading, gifted from Ruth and presented by his son, Michael. And I think we have Harriet next with the flowers. I'm going to give her the more beautiful flowers.
Hydrangea and roses, always in view and marvelled at with pleasure. Hydrangeas from our Aunt Catherine's garden in Screen Road, and rosebush for our mum from his son Michael.
And I think the bog oak is coming next, and that's Tiernan.
Grandad loved his nature, fossils and all things interesting. They symbolise his strength and how he always has deep roots.
And Hector? Maybe with the most prized possession in the house. The remote control. Thanks, your audience.
So, Mike really liked this control because, as we said earlier, he liked watching sports and stuff. And I think, I think the last thing he would want to die is just to hold this remote whenever he
And I think the crossword is coming next, Ella, and the chocolate.
So even in his 80s, I have little doubt my dad Mike would still outshine me in completing any crossword. Early memories, teen, as a kid. After his night shift in the mines, he'd have his head buried in a newspaper. I'd hear it rattle or shuffle every now and again. I'd be watching the telly. But it was a peaceful house and a comfortable silence. And we had comforting company. And and the chocolate. I guess I wanted to say that love comes in many languages. And I remember dairy milk in particular. After, I would call them, let's say, his nocturnal pub purchases, maybe left on the kitchen table for us to find the next morning. And it's also, more recently, he had frozen the ad on the TV, the dairy milk ad. And he asked me, what did she say? I can't hear, what did she say? And it's the girl in the petrol station. And she says, love you, Dad. So thank you and love you, Mike.
And Martin and Joe are coming with the Mead flag.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for coming. Always tricky time. A couple of arguments in our house about Mayo flags or Mead flags, which would dominate. But Dad was very clever to stay out of those arguments between myself and my mother. I was keen for the Mead one, as was he. I'm lucky as a teenager in the late 80s to to spend time standing on Hill 16 with him in Croker in the good old glory days. So he'd be very happy. He'd be very happy we're back there right now. Come on, the Royal.
And Martin is going to say some words in tribute to his dad.
Yeah, I'll try. Hi. When I first brought Arantxa home to Trim, I showed her where Mike was born, pointing to the old maternity hospital, that fine big old stone building. Dad was born up there, in that big house. Were you rich? For a minute there, she thought we came from money. Mike's childhood was in a time before electricity and not much money. A farm powered by one horse. His mum and dad, Ellie and Tony, sisters Mary and Eileen, and brothers Anthony and Martin. He'd tell us they were tough times. We got all the classics. Running to school barefoot on freezing stones, feet like leather, tinning turnips at dawn, flattening Anthony with a concrete roller. There was a barn, a hay barn fire, and runaway culprits. Thank God they were found alive. Summers, he remember, seemed endless. He'd kick ball till the sun went down, even when everyone else had gone home. Childhood was rich and full, but hard and not idyllic. He said it was more like medieval times compared to how we live now. That's a lot of change in a lifetime. In mid-teens, he went over to London, still childish, innocent off the boat. He played up the down and down the up escalators till he got tired and was ushered out. The transition to working man in the big smoke was no easy road. Sorry, I'm losing. The iPhone isn't great. There were some bitter cold winters, pea soup fogs and meagre earnings. Flatmates, workmates, co-survivors, cutting up the lino to make fake shillings for the gas meter or a patch for a worn-out shoe. There was help from his sisters who'd share their hospital food. There were great times and opportunities too. Work paid well when the going was good. Santa Claus delivered at Epsom in June. The 60s swung and he saw mankind step on the moon. At some points there were Mary, Eileen, Anthony, Martin, all in London, and Grandad, Tony, too. Half of Ireland was in London, half minding each other and ploughing their own urban furrows. He met Mam Mary at a dance in Hammersmith. They courted, Irish style, a blending of the families, the Tighe and Murphy clans, and married fairly young. It'd be very young these days. I suppose that's where us lot came in. First, our eldest brother Anthony, who died shortly after birth. I think that must have been very hard for Dad as well as Mum. Then Maria, Michael, Joe, myself and Ella. They moved back to Trim in '74 to 146 Avondale, a short walk from where he was born. He met new neighbours and made new lifelong friends. He said goodbye to some too young, and some are here today to say goodbye to him now. He'd love to be here, but none of us can go to our own. For us, growing up, Dad was passionate, obstinate, hard, soft and proud. He was part of the great generation of parents in this country. They raised by example. They were honest, hard-working people who gave us the best of everything we could need. He worked hard, played and laughed hard. He'd shout at the news, "F the propaganda!" Never go to war. It's never your war. He believed in the working man and woman, the ordinary people who build families, countries and civilizations. He believed in the awe of the stars, the marks on the rocks, the scars of life well lived. Dad was a hero, a legend, and later in life he became one of our best friends. We all enjoyed the crack with him, we all laughed. We all got lifts to and from airports, drinks and dinners bought for us. And we're lucky he knew and loved all the grandchildren here today. Harry, Jonathan, Tiernan, Harriet, and Hector. You've all brought smiles to his grumpy old face. In the last 10 years or so, he hadn't had great health. He'd tell Mary, don't buy green bananas. You'll never see them ripe. Little did he or anyone think he'd have to say his goodbyes to his wife of 60 years. God bless you, Mary. Whatever this miraculous mystery of life is, there is always a hope they could be somewhere together with loved ones, at peace. Yes, it was a life lived well and full, perfect, in all its flaws, pains and joys. His perfection, till they carry him off. As he'd say himself, it's not the cough that carries you off, it's the coffin they carry you off in. May you rest in peace, Dad. We all love you.
Thank you, Martin. So the family has put together a series of photos that you can see there on the screen. So maybe draw your attention to that, to have a look at the record of Mike's life as we listen to another one of his favourite pieces of music, Louis Armstrong's What a Wonderful World.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying how do you do. They're really saying I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They learn much more than I never knew. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
A gorgeous representation of life across many decades there. We're now going to hear a poem which was specially written for Mike by his niece Eileen, and today it's going to be read by Ruth for us.
They called him Iron Mike, but to us, the London mob, he was Uncle Mikey.
my mum Eileen's eldest brother, and nothing, no nothing, was ever a bother. His strength was quiet, a lasting force, with a Guinness or 2 or 3, of course. But his power didn't come from the glass. It came from his heart, full of courage and class. Never afraid when pain stood bare, while others looked down, too heavy to care. He stood there, steady, calm and kind, with a loving presence so rare to find. And oh, that laugh, how it filled the air. I still hear it now, ringing clear everywhere. Keep laughing, Uncle Mikey, we are all here, holding you close every day, every year. We'll raise a glass today, cheers, and again, for you whose memory will always remain. We don't know just where you've gone, it's true, but we know you're with us in all what we do. And maybe, just maybe, you see us stand, together united, hand in hand, the ties still tied and holding tight, because love like yours is our guiding light.
So as we reflect on our own memories of Mike, or dad, brother, granddad, neighbour, friend, whatever he was to you, let's listen to Simon and Garfunkel's Bridge Over Troubled Waters.
Sail on, silver girl. Sail
We're now going to accompany Mike to Mount Jerome for a short committal ceremony. And I've been asked to mention that if anybody wishes to come along, you're more than welcome to do so. Just bear in mind it's probably about an hour and a half's drive from here. Otherwise, the family will be reconvening at Trim Castle Hotel at around 3:30 this afternoon, and they'd be delighted if you could join them there. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for your attention this morning. If anyone does want to meet the family before we make our way to Mount Jerome, we'd ask you to come forward. They're all just here on my left here if you want to sympathise with them before we make our way to Mount Jerome. Thank you indeed.
Sorry, just one more thing. Clive and Fiona at the Barnty also kindly done up some sandwiches at the Barnty for anyone who wants to go down there now. The family can't go, but for anyone who's here who wants to go down there. Yeah. Okay, cheers now.
Then we got to know it by going down the street after doing the dormant. And then on the horse and cart up
Maybe.
You're walking, maybe on your feet.
Yeah, I'll see you later. Yeah, okay, bye. Already out there. Yeah.
When I go up that way,
Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
some of the down points. So, I don't know. I don't know.
We've taken very
Yeah. You nearly go for it yourself, but you come in for putting it together.
See you again.
We just want to
Nice size this.
you might replenish that fridge. No, they're family, they're family. Oh yeah, no,
That's not bad. It's actually nice.
He's a great man. He was college, he had remote control. Get the remote control. He could back. Tap remote control. Oh, you did. Thanks a lot for it. No shot. No, that's what I was thinking.
Jerry.
That's his second.
Don't do that.
Oh yeah.
I don't know
Last year, I wonder where I had I want to wear it. I'm good here. I had the minute you walk in, my guru, my
Before you lose it, your bank card fell out. That's fine. Yeah, you can have it. I gathered it by Canada Money. We'll see us back in the hotel later on. No?
Thank you very much.
Why not? No. It's only if you go on. We'll see you there. We really want you there. It's only for the food. That's all. Around 4 o'clock. Please. Around 4 o'clock. Absolutely. Oh, Jesus. Use our family. That's is there. You'll see us there, yeah. Make sure you're there. All right. She wants her to drive me. Okay. But the rest of them, yeah, because they're already traveling to Dublin. I'm leaving tomorrow. Spend more time in the house. So you carry that out?
No. Okay. Okay. We did. Put on reviews later on, absolutely. Yeah. So we might get maybe 6 minutes. I'll get them here in a second. We're okay in a second.
Feel free to
Hey Hector, what time is the band? Tea and sandwiches now. No, we won't go for that. Thank you so much. Just
Jerry,
chauffeur.
we will indeed. That was lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you for your thanks, fellas. Great. Great. Okay. 5 years since from when I first left, yeah. So came back. Mark Corner, we chat with Paul then last time. Maybe in the last year or the year before. I can't remember. I called him.
I think we're okay. You're out, are you?
No.
Joe, someone forgot their phone. Whoever,
Can you take that phone?
or is it someone in the mood? No. No, go ahead.
You want to hold on to his page?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
That's great. Just give the guys a few minutes, like to lose, and then we can get on the next those boxes, do you want to put those in that bag then as well, for you might as well, you know? Yeah. That's my thing.
put them into the paper bag. Okay.
Yeah. So leave it sort of half 3 and you can over to your man, leave at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. I'll be back. Oh, you have that up there. You can do that now when you're fed up there. You need a Hoover for the wall. Fed up there. From 4:30. So I'll be back. So you'll be okay. Is that okay? Very great. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a water.
They're having a round. Bring it to It's ready. It's ready. I don't mind that it is.
Can we share this one? Or this one's not open. One each.
Sure, just not take this.
You should see me last night. Oh my goodness, every half hour.
We are still all connected.
All right, Michael. Yeah, we will. We maybe 8.
Yeah.
We'll be outside just to make your date lined up. Virgil?
I'm here.
You might pull up a little fraction there, will you? Just a little bit tight. Right, is that okay? And when we're lifting, we're just right underneath. Is that okay? No. So we have 4 either side there, you're fine.
We're actually going to wheel it out to the car. We'll have 4.
Yeah, so we wheel out to you there, is that okay? Yeah. Rather than trying to squeeze by the door, is that okay? Yeah, so we just literally just have you lined up outside. Is that alright? Okay. Right, right hand. It's just the way that's.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, gentlemen, step right inside. Okay. Traveling with us to Mount Road, you might go to your cars. Is that okay? We're going to do a little loop around by Haggard Street and then go through the town. Is that okay? We're doing there about 1 hour.
Somebody's down at the back seat. Thanks very much.